In this video, we'll cover setting up a simple outbound program. This includes creating and configuring an outbound campaign and uploading a dialing list. Finaro allows us to manage all outbound interactions and dialing rules from within the campaign settings. To set up an outbound program, we'll need to perform the following 3 tasks. 1. Create and configure a new outbound campaign using the campaign application. 2. Upload a dialing list to be dialed by the campaign using Census. And 3. Purchase a bucket of minutes to use for outbound calling using the billing application. Creating an outbound campaign is pretty straightforward. We'll need to use Campaign application to create and configure our campaign. We can access the Campaign application from the Finaro Launchpad or by hovering our mouse over Program Management, then click Campaign. From the Campaign page, select New Campaign. We'll begin our configuration from the General tab. There we will give our campaign a name and a brief description. Determine how to route calls to agents. Specify the values to be used as the caller ID. Specify the campaign's call recording behavior using the Call Recordings field. Then click Save to create our new campaign. Our newly created campaign will now show up on the list of available campaigns. Let's click Edit to continue configuring our outbound rules. We'll use the Hours tab to specify our hours of operation. There we can select our time zone and specify the same hours for every day or different hours of operations per day. Let's move on to the Users tab to specify which users have access to log into this campaign and handle the outbound calls. You can add and remove users by simply clicking on the username. Next, we'll go into the Disposition tab to create a list of dispositions to present to the agent after each call. Simply enter a custom code, a disposition description, and click the plus symbol to add the new disposition. We can add as many dispositions as our program requires. Then click Save to save our recent changes. At this point, our campaign has been created with our basic settings. Now it's time to configure the dialer. From the campaign page, let's click Edit and navigate to the Dialer tab. We can leave most of the default settings here as is. If we selected Outbound Line to Agent Ratio as our campaign type on the General tab, we must use the Line to Agent Ratio field on the Dialer tab to specify the ratio. From the Dialer tab, we need to determine whether we'll like to use any of the Do Not Call list. We must also tell the system which dispositions are redialable. Finaro uses the Dispositions to Dial field to accomplish this. Click the Dispositions to Dial drop-down field and select all the dispositions you'll like the dialer to redial after dialing through the list. Click Save and we're done. Before we can start the auto dialer, we need to provide it with a list of phone numbers to dial. We'll use the Census application to upload a CSV file containing our lead records. We can access Census from the Finaro Launchpad or by hovering our mouse above Program Management and click Census. From there, we'll navigate to the Import Records tab. To upload our existing file, we'll click Browse, locate and select the lead file and click Upload and proceed. The system will show you a preview of your file. Click Continue. Next, You will need to map the columns of your CSV file to the system field. Most importantly, the column containing the phone numbers. Once you have your fields mapped, click Continue to Last Step. On the next page, we'll go to the General Import Settings section, select the country associated with the record, assign the list to our outbound campaign, give the list a name and a brief description. Select your deduplication preferences, then scroll down and click Proceed. Next, we're presented with a summary of our import. Click I'm done. Our newly imported list will now show in Census. Click Start to activate the lead list. The auto dialer won't begin making automatic outbound calls unless you purchase minutes. To purchase a bucket of minutes, we'll go to the Finera Launchpad or hover our mouse over Administration across the top of the Finera page and click Billing. From there, scroll down to the Buckets of Minutes section, select your desired number of minutes, and click Buy Minutes. Once you've processed your payment, you're ready to have agents log in and start making calls. Hope this has been helpful to you. For additional assistance, please visit our support site at support.finero.com.